Sudoku. We got some Emerald Isle by Phillip Newman. This is a couple weeks old. All right, normal Sudoku supply. We have German whispers. Digits and cells directly connected by a line must differ by at least 5. Normal Sudoku rules: 1 to 9 in the row in every column in 3 by 3 box. And then the green German whispers. These digits have to be a difference of at least 5. So that means at least 5. So this can be a 1, 6. This could be a 2, 7. This could also be a 1, 7, 3, 9. But it cannot be a 4, 6 for multiple reasons besides just the 4 there. So we know, one thing that we know about German whispers is that a 5 can never be on a German whisper. So right in the center, this is a 5. Okay, so what do we have? We have 1, 3, 7, and 9. Okay, so then we know that the 3 and the 7 can never touch each other. Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna highlight every other so that way we know. I'm gonna do 5. So this way we know the parity of it. Okay, so then we know that if they're going to be highs or lows, because it has to go above 5, less than 5, above 5, less than 5. Okay, so then we know, so one of these is a 5. 5s are down here. Okay, so those are 5s, those are 5s. 2, 3, 1, bunch of options. 5s are here and 5s are there. Eights, okay, so then 8s are there. This is an 8, perfect. So then we know that those are highs. And then these will be lows. So then we can say that the highs are 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so this one cannot be an 8. That cannot be an 8. It cannot be 6s. That one cannot be 6. So this is 7 or 9. And we know that an 8, so the yellows have to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. This cannot be a 4, 4, 4. Okay, none of those can be 4s. So the 8, oh, that cannot be a 2 either. If this were an 8, I mean, no, it is an 8. So if this is an 8 and this was a 3, this would have to be a 9. Because a 3 can never see a 7. I'm going to highlight that as red as well, okay? It's a 1, 3, so then we have 2. Okay, so then 4s are going to be over here. Then this becomes 4, 5, 7, and 9, so it's going to be paired with that. So 1, 3 pair, okay. All right. Okay, so if this is a 7, this would have to be a 1. This could be a 2, and then an 8. Okay, that's... that cannot be a 2. Those colors are gross. This is a 2. All right. Which puts those as low. And then these will be high. So that cannot be an 8. So this is an 8. So I can remove that 8. And then that one. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually 6, 8. 6, 8, so that's 7, 9. That's a 7, 9, and that's 7, 9. Okay. This is now a 1, 3. That's a 1, 3, and a 1, 3 as well. So this will be a 1, 3. And yellow. Okay. Then, so that's 7, 9. So then we have 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so then we can place the 6s over here. That's, wait, this could still be a 2. Bless me. Okay. 2, 7, 9 pair. Okay, that's fine. 1, 3, 7, and 9. Don't know the parity of the pinks and oranges yet. Oh, 8, 8, 8. So this is an 8, which places 8 up here. That's not super helpful yet. And we know those are 5s, not super helpful yet. 4s, 4s, so 4s are here. One, 3, okay. All right. Huh. Okay, so 2 on this row cannot be here or there or there or there. So it's limited to here, so that can't be a 2. So this is a 2. Which, that can't be a 2. Places this as a 2. And then 2's down here. Sixes. Four. Oh, okay. 4 and 4. So 4s have to be here. But a 4 cannot be on a German whisper when the two cells that it's connecting see each other. So this is a 4. Because if this was a 4, these would both have to be 9s. Same way, if this was a 4, these would both have to be 9s. So that's impossible. Okay, there it is. Okay, that's something. Not as massive as I wanted it to be, but it's still there. So then 4s are down here. I'm leaving that for now. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 5. So this is going to be a 7, 9 as well. Okay. So then we know that the pinks are now going to be not pinks but reds, and oranges are not oranges but yellows. So then these are not 7, 9. Those are not 1, 3s. Okay, so then we have 6, 7, 9. 7, 9, so not a 2. So this will be a 2, so those cannot be 6s. That will now be a 5, 2. Then this will be a 1, 3, 4. 1, 3. That's not a 4, so this will be a 4. That's a 5. So this is now 7, 9. It's 1, 3, 1, 3. 7, 9. 1, 3. 6. That can't be a 6. 7, 9. That's not an 8, so this is the 8, which puts that as a 7, 9. 6, 7, 9. So that's not a 6. So this will be a 6. That's a 5. So this is a 1, 3. Okay, so looks like all the reds, or most of the reds at least, that 6 is possibly going to change that. The possibility of that being a 6. Okay. Okay, so then we know that the 5 is here, one of those two. All right, 7, 9. So then this is a 5, 6. So we can place that 6 and 5. So this is a 6. Okay, so 6s have to touch 1s. It's the only option. It's a 3. That cannot be a 7, so it's a 9. That's a 9 as well. So this would be a 7. 7. Okay, that's a 1, 3, which puts that as a 3. So that's a 1. That'll be a 3. That has to be 9. So that's a 7, which puts that as a 9. This is a 7. That's a 1. Okay, that's a 1. 2. This will be a 7. Cannot be a 4 because multiple reasons. Okay, so that's not a 4, but that could be a 1, 3. Oh no, it can't be. It could, with the 1, or with the 7, that has to be a 1. So that cannot be a 1. It could be a 3, 4. If it's a 4, those would both be 9s. That is a 9, but it could still be a 3. Okay. 9, 8. So this is a 7. That has to be a 1. So that's a 3. This is a 9, 7. So that's 9. That's a 3. Okay, so that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, which puts a 7 up there. This is going to be a 5, 3, so 3 here. No, wait, not a 5, 3. 5, 8, sorry. 5, 8, and 5 there. Then we need a 3, 5. 3 here, 5 here, so that's going to be a 4. See, 4s can only touch 9s, which is why you don't always see them on German Whispers. 3, then this will be a 6, so that's a 6. That's a 5. This is a 4, and finish it off with a 9. Oh, all right, 1335, not too bad. I like that. I'm a big fan of German Whispers. I don't do them too often, but I really like them. Makes me think a little more.